how do you deal with Parkinson's with your family? Like you've got girls.
Yeah.
How old are they?
16 and 14. They were
Okay.
10 and 8 when I was diagnosed.
So did they even understand what Parkinson's was? I mean, I know you could describe it, but could they comprehend what that meant?
First of all, it was the hardest conversation I've ever had, except for maybe telling my parents I have Parkinson's. Those were the two hardest conversations I've ever had. But, you know, I sort of had to build up my courage over, you know, a few days or weeks, but finally, you know, decided to do it. And I just tried to tell them honestly, but, you know, in words and sort of ideas that they could understand that, you know, I'm dealing with this thing and it's, you know, probably not going to get better, but over time it'll get worse. But it's, you know, going to be many, many years, and I'm still going to be their dad, and we're still going to have a great life. And there's lots of good medicines that, you know, treat the symptoms, and lots of good, promising research being done. And you know, they got all that. I think they just wanted to know I was going to be okay.
You know, my girls knew that I'd been looking to figure out what was wrong with me for about a year. And so I did it really kind of nonchalantly in kind of the fashion that we usually communicate. It was like, well, it looks like they found out, you know, that I have Parkinson's, and that means I'm going to get kind of shaky. And, you know, there's no cure for it, but, you know, it's a slow progress.
Slow burn.
Yeah. Oh no, is that her at the very end?
What heat is she?
Huh?
What heat is she?
She's over there. She's in lane 1. About to swim next. Not every day is about Parkinson's. I mean, most of the days we never even mention anything unless we're joking about it, in a way of just kind of backhanded humor.
Right.
Like, can you do the dishwasher? I've got Parkinson's, right? Like, so, you know, I try to keep an eye on them because I do worry. I go down that, like, what's it going to be when I lose my left side and then it turns to my right side? What's it going to be when I freeze in a grocery store and I can't move? Like, I worry about it all. I have no idea what it's going to look like, you know, and so my mind goes probably to the worst place. I think, you know, you said that Parkinson's doesn't kill us and it really doesn't change our life expectancy, and sometimes I think, oh, but it makes for a really long, slow death.
Yeah.
And that's the part I think that puts the most fear into me, is being trapped in a body that I have no control of, but ironically, it won't stop moving.
Yeah. Before Parkinson's, I would describe myself as someone who, I didn't live in the future, but I always had one eye kind of on the horizon, you know, and I didn't see or take in what was in front of me, the good or the challenging, as much as I could have. And for, you know, since Parkinson's, that's really changed, almost a 180 change. I think about the future some, but I think a lot more about the present. As Wendell Berry, who's one of my intellectual heroes, says, the future does not yet exist, right? So why worry about something that doesn't exist? And, you know, if experience is anything, you know, for me, that much of what I fear about the future, almost all of what I fear about the future doesn't come to pass anyway, right?
Of course I worry about the future. Like, I'm a single mom. I worry about finances. I worry about who's going to do my long-term caregiving. You know, I don't want to saddle my kids with it. You know, those are the things that I think keep me up at night more than anything, is what's going to happen so I don't become a burden. There could be 100 different outcomes, and I will never think all of them through anyway. So I have to just live in the one day at a time, and as you said, live with intention. Did I actually smell that rose? Smell is probably not a good one.
Not for Parkinson's people.
And I think of something that was right in front of me, and if I could really remember the details, I go, I'm living with intention, okay, I'm doing okay. you know, things change daily in this world right now, but my measure of time now is not like, oh, 10 years from now. It is like shorter. It's like, okay, we're looking at spring break. Let's make sure we have good plans for spring break, because this is spring break. Like, it's like, do it now. Like, take your kids to Disneyland now.